Welcome back to Jersey Matters. We all know the benefits of team sports, teamwork, discipline, sometimes sportsmanship, but many times the kids come out of those sports not as well-rounded as they could be. That's where Dave Lepoidevin comes in. He is the founder of Beyond Sports. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
So what is your company all about?
We are providing community service programs, opportunities for high school and youth student athletes, for them to give back in their local communities.
So tell me how it would work. I'm a quarterback of a football team in high school. I'm widely celebrated, popular in school, and you're called in, and what do you do for me?
Well, what we'd like is for that student athlete eventually to be reaching out to us, because they need to be giving back. So that the entire community is going to their high school football game and they're supporting him and his teammates. At some point, the roles kind of got to be reversed, where the student athlete and the team goes and provides some service and some give back to the community that they live in. So that's really where we come in. So we started not too long ago. We just incorporated in April of 2019. And as high school coaches, You say
high school coaches, how many of you are there?
There are about 7 of us that are involved in the organization right now. We've all coached at the high school level. Some of us have coached at the college level.
And you saw a void.
We saw a void. As we were helping student athletes prepare for the college level, as they were filling out their college applications, they were short on community service. They didn't know that it was something that they needed to do. So then
Is it something they need to do?
Well, in large part, it is something that they need to do, because the college wants to see a well-rounded student athlete. So we know that you do well on the field, and we know that you do relatively well, hopefully, in the classroom. So now we want to bring in, what else do you do? Because eventually it becomes more than just about you. It becomes more about the team, the community that you're working within, things like that. So
that's fascinating that you say you need to teach them that it's more than just about you, because we keep hearing about team sports that it gives you a sense of community because you're part of a team. Mm-hmm. Is that not the case?
Well, in our humble opinion, we don't believe that it is. We've been coaching and involved in high school athletics for close to 20 years now, a lot of us. And what we see more often than not is, especially now in the day and age of social media, student athletes are taking pictures of themselves, all the things that they do great. Look at me. Rarely do you see them in a picture picking up garbage in their community or doing something that's giving back. So we wanted to provide an opportunity for these student athletes to be able to do that.
And they don't realize, I would imagine, because they're so involved with themselves and they're being praised by everyone else. They're so involved with themselves. They don't realize that's not only going to hurt them in the long run from being a well-rounded human being, but from being successful.
Correct. The things that are being learned right now that we're seeing with the organization that we've created is this sense of leadership, community, giving back, fellowship, all those things that are important. And listen, in large part too, there's a character building in here as well. We've all heard for years that sports creates character and discipline and all these great buzzwords. I debate that sometimes, at least of late. I've seen the student athlete become more selfish than giving in some respects.
And many times they're isolated, aren't they?
Many times they are, because you're the student athlete and you get everything. So at the end of the day, I'm going to kind of stay away from you a little bit.
So sometimes it's not their fault. It's the way the system's set up.
So it's the way the society kind of dictates it. Nothing is perfect. But they all, in large part, the student athletes, no matter what the sport is that they play, a lot of times they're out in front. People want to know what they're doing, how they're doing, how's the team going to do, what's Friday night going to look like, are you going to win? Well, they're doing all these things, so they're already put on some sort of a pedestal, It's time for them to start giving back. It's time for them to understand that that kids are looking up to them, that what they do matters, how they act matters, the way they speak, what they do on social media.
And they have a unique position. They could stop bullying.
Absolutely. So let's not wait for the NFL or the pro athletes to do it. Let's pass it down to the college student athletes. They need to be doing it right. The high school athletes need to be doing it right. and all the way down. So, and we can't wait for the high school coaches or the college coaches or the coaches in general to do these things. You know, it's up to the student athletes to start to engage themselves as well.
Who's your clientele right now?
Right now, we work with student athletes, male and female, throughout the state of New Jersey. Personally, we run a for-profit company.
With schools, communities, coaches?
Schools, communities, coaches are now starting to get involved and reach out to us because they've seen us on social media and they've spoken with someone that's been involved in something that we've already done. So over the last couple of weeks, we've gotten emails from multiple parent groups, booster groups from throughout New Jersey that are asking us, can our student athletes be involved in this? We think it's great. We don't do enough to give back. What can we do? How can we get involved? So that's really what we're hoping for. We'll continue to build for us as we.
Well, it's a great mission. How do people get a hold of you?
They can go on our website. Our website is lepbeyondsportsfoundation.com. They can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
You can just Google Beyond Sports?
LEP Beyond Sports Foundation. If you Google that, you'll find us.
Wonderful.
We've been doing a lot of various different community service outreach programs in the last couple of weeks where we're going and picking fruits and vegetables that are then being donated to food banks throughout New Jersey. We've worked with American Legion groups where the student athletes are serving the veterans that had served our country, and they're creating that fellowship. They're talking with these men and or women, and they're creating these bonds and sharing stories. And it's really been an interesting process for us.
What a
to
great
see
lesson in that. As it goes beyond personal growth.
Beyond. And now we're entitling the kids to be leaders within their own group. So if, for instance, we did this program at Grow a Row. It's in Pittstown, New Jersey. And 6 different student athletes from this one specific school came. Well, one of those individuals became the leader of the group. He organized them, he got them there. While they were there, he was making sure that everybody was doing what they needed to do. So there's a lot of leadership and there's a lot of character building that's being developed in these things. They also get the opportunity to network. So when they're there at an event with us, they're also meeting kids from other schools like Del Barton.
And they seem to be accepting of it. You don't have to force this on them. They actually appreciate it. We had to go. Give the website one more time.
lepbeyondsportsfoundation.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dave Lepoidevin, founder of Beyond Sports. Jersey Matters continues right after this. Still to come on Jersey Matters, mosquito season is here. We'll tell you how to beat the bugs when we come right back.